Can everybody hear me? Just want to make sure everything is working. Sound is on. Can everybody hear me, guys? Good morning, good morning. Can everybody hear me? Yes, okay. So I hope everybody is having a very good start to the Easter holiday weekend. Some Easter egg hunts going on, church events, Easter Sunday, all that good stuff. So this is going to be a Q&A session. I'm going to go over this US 30 trade that I took yesterday, which was also NFP for those of you who aren't aware. But last week was overall a good week. Even though it was NFP week, it was still a decent week. Started out a little bit bumpy because we all know the markets kind of act funny sometimes. When there's a week that has a lot of news. So you kind of have to account that in for certain setups maybe not working out the way they're supposed to. Setups taking longer than usual and things like that. Okay. So with this strategy here that you all are obviously here to hear about, this strategy of looking at the markets works during mostly any time. However, nothing is immune to manipulation, to news events and things like that. So you have to be, cognizant of that. Okay. Now, I just want to clarify something, guys. A lot of you are under the impression that this new strategy is I can just throw everything else I know away. Okay. No. Okay. It's not that simple. You don't want to abandon everything you know about trading, right? You still have to know things like market structure. You still have to understand how candles are closing to some degree, right? You still have to have a certain level of patience. You still got to know something, guys. Okay. You can't just forget everything and just say, oh, forget everything else I studied and let me just do this now. Okay. Now, it is still a good strategy for any level of trader that you are. If you're a beginner trader, if you are intermediate, all the way up to advanced trading, you can capitalize off of this. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify that because many of you were saying that I can just forget about everything else and let's just jump on this, and that isn't the case. You still have to have some idea of what you're doing. Okay. So now that we got that out the way, one more clarification. I'm not going to be showing you guys a strategy obviously on this session. This is just a quick it's only going to be an hour long. Okay. Q&A session. I'm going to go over the setups that I caught this week using the strategy, and I will show you guys how I look at the markets and what you guys can expect. All right. Also, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, dropping openings for those of you that are, ready to go, that are excited and ready to get started on learning the strategy. So myself and my mystery mentor, right? We had a talk yesterday. We've been actually talking about how to release this, how to roll this out to you guys. Because like I said, he's not a mentor to a bunch of people and he's not really out there like that. So we're trying to, this wasn't going to be put out for the general, audience, public to use. Basically, it was just going to be something that we do. And then I decided I said, hey, we should put this out to help other people as well. So what we're going to do is, because we've had such an influx of people that are saying that they can't travel, they can't make it, they have, restrictions that don't allow them to actually travel right now. So this is what we decided, okay, guys? I know as people jump on, I'll probably have to repeat this later on, but that's okay. We have a good amount of people on now, so I'll go ahead and keep the ball rolling here. What we're going to do is we're going to, because there's two portions, and I didn't tell this to you guys on the live session, but there's actually two portions to the strategy. Okay, there's the first part of it, and then there's a second part of it. Okay, and before I get into everything, understand, guys, that this isn't a course. This is not a course. We're not going to be teaching you a new course. This is just a strategy that you can use to trade. You know how you have price action, you have fundamentals, you have smart money concepts. Those are all strategies of ways of trading and looking at the market. So this is just another strategy, another tool that you can use. So those of you that are thinking that this is going to be a course where it's like a bunch of sections and it's a bunch of this and that, it's not that at all. Okay, we're going to be teaching you a certain set of things to use, and we're going to be teaching you how to view the markets in a different way. We're going to be changing up your psychology in a sense, and we're going to also be providing you guys with a brand new trading plan. Okay, because even my trading plan has changed because of how I use this tool when I use it, guys, because I still trade the way that I normally trade. I just have this as an added tool, right? So that's kind of we want you guys to understand, that this is not a course. It's just a strategy that you can use. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is there's going to be two parts. Okay. There's going to be part 1, and then there's going to be part 2. Okay. So you can call it book 1, book 2, right? The first part we're going to do is we're not going to do the first part as an in-person requirement now. It's going to be online. Okay. We wanted it to be more hands-on for you guys, but since so many of you are asking for the online version, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep it online. Now the price point is going to remain the same. The price point is still going to stay at the $2,500 price point. However, those of you that actually attend the first part, the first part of that course, online course, that will allow you entrance into the second. If you don't take the first part, you cannot attend the second part. And the second part, guys, is mandatory in person. So if you cannot make the second part, then you're not going to ever get the second part. That's just how it is. That's just how it's going to be. It has to be that way. And that's how we're going to do it. Okay. So to make it easier for everybody, the first part is going to be online. It's going to be a 2-day Zoom session. We're only going to be selecting a certain amount of people because we don't want, 1,000 people in there, and we can't get to everyone's questions. We can't tend to everybody the way we need to. We're still going to keep the same format we would have had if it was the in-person, where we're really hands-on with you guys. But we still want to get as many people in as possible, so that as many people can get the strategy, so you all can obviously become profitable finally, if you're not already. Okay. Also, with that being said, the in-person portion of it probably won't start until towards maybe the end of the year, like the tail end of the year, because we're going to be doing the online portions. Now, there's not going to be just one. It's going to be multiple, right? So we're going to have multiple. We're going to separate everybody into separate groups. I think we're going to lean on having maybe 10 or 15 people in every group. Okay, so everyone that we do. So if you don't make it into one group, you can potentially get it into another group. Okay, so, and it's going to be a 2-day online course, a 2-day online training of the strategy, and it will be it'll be back to back. So it'll be most likely Saturday and Sunday. Okay, it'll most likely be on a weekend, so that it makes it easier for everybody. And it'll be a 4-hour training on each day for you to have. And then after that, guys, many of you were asking, can you still ask questions? Are you still going to get some sort of help, some sort of mentorship with it? If you have if you're struggling with it for anything, yes. Okay, so you will have continued access to me and my mystery mentor. Okay, the both of us will make ourselves available to you guys. There's going to be a private chat group that all of you that attend are going to be a part of, and inside that group, guys, myself and my mentor, we're going to be in there actually dropping chart work, actually telling you guys what we're looking at. It's going to be a whole interactive thing. So it's not just going to be, you're not just getting the strategy and then we're just, you know, cutting you loose. You're still going to be able to have access to us and ask questions. And guys, we're going to be all catching the same setups, because if I'm on the charts at, you know, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning and I see a setup, I'm more than likely going to put it in there and say, hey, how many of you guys are looking at it? Because more than likely, we're all going to be looking at the same pairs, right? Majority of us are already trading gold. We're already trading AU. We're already trading US 30. Many of you trade NAS and stuff like that. So it's going to be a whole like interactive community in there to where if, I don't know, let's say there's like 400 people inside that group, right? And let's say 300 of us trade gold. You know, if I drop a setup in there and I say, hey guys, gold is about to make a move here. I'm about to take this trade. Hey, 300 of us are all going to catch the same move. You know, if you're available and you're watching the charts, whatever the case. Okay. And then the way the strategy is set up, and the way you should have it set up is where you're alerted to when the move is about to happen, and at that point you're just waiting for certain things to happen, and then at that point we're all pretty much executing the exact same trade together. And some of us might take 1-to-1, some of us could take 1-to-2. Either way, everybody's winning. Everybody is winning because we're all in there, we're all talking to each other. It's not a signal group. It's not signals. So I'm not going to go in there and say, hey guys, buy here, sell here. No, what I'm doing is, like I said, listen guys, listen and pay attention. I'm going to be dropping charts. We will be dropping charts. You will be dropping charts because you will be in the community, right? You're going to be looking at the same setups, the same stuff, because guys, the strategy is very simple. It's very, very simplistic. We all are going to be doing the exact same thing. Now, if we're all trading pretty much the same pair, right? Same pair, we should be looking at the same thing. So nobody should be, oh my God, I see this or I see that. No, because if everyone's looking at something different, someone's doing something wrong. Okay, so the reason why we are mainly in the group giving you guys our feedback is because now you guys can look at it and say, oh, this is what they're looking at. This is what I need to be looking at. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong and I need to reach out to them because I need to make sure I'm getting this right so that I can catch my own setups whenever I want. Because some of us don't trade New York. Some of us trade London session. Some of us don't trade London. Some of us trade New York. And like I said, guys, the strategy does not work well during Asian or Tokyo. So if you're someone who cannot trade London or New York, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough for you because it just doesn't. Okay, so everything doesn't work on everything all across the board equally. It just, you got to have, you know, some sort of balance. Okay, guys. The group. Okay, so if you want to be a part of the group, we haven't ironed all that information out yet, but for now we're looking at only having it at around maybe $60 or $70 a month, something like that. We don't want it to be anything crazy because it's just a community of us where we're going to be in there sharing ideas, helping each other out. We're going to be doing trainings in there also, Q&A sessions also to help you guys out. But seriously, guys, like I said, the strategy is so simple that you really should not need that much help. You really shouldn't. There shouldn't be a bunch of people in there like scratching their heads every day on setups. I don't care what pair you trade. It shouldn't be like that because it is just that simple. Okay, if you do exactly what we tell you to do and you look at the market, you have your chart marked up the way we show you to mark it up, and you do that every day and you practice it every day, and you execute patience and you don't over leverage, guys, there is no way that you can screw this up. Okay, if you get greedy, right, and you're trying to catch, I don't know, 1 to 15 trades with it, all that kind of stuff, if you color outside the lines, that's on you. But if you follow our lead, you're patient and you're content, then you're fine. don't take it's the same thing with risk management, guys. We're going to be talking about risk management also on that session. Okay. So don't go crazy with it, because you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I'm invincible now. You know, I'm killing it. I'm catching pips. I'm making profits every day. You're gonna let it go to your head, and you're gonna be like, damn, you know, I'm the GOAT now. I can do whatever I want, and then you're gonna screw it up. You're gonna screw it up. And when you see everybody else winning, because the community is gonna be an open community, people are gonna be in there excited. People are gonna be slapping TPs all day long. People are gonna be probably showing withdrawals, you know, passing challenges, getting funded from their challenges, getting payouts, all this type of stuff. It's gonna be so much excitement in there that if you're doing what you're not supposed to be doing, it's gonna force you to get back in line and do what you're supposed to do now, because you're gonna see everyone else succeeding off of it because they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're not going crazy. Okay, take your time with it, guys. If you have a small account, it can be traded with a small account, it can be traded with a large account, it can be traded either way. But no matter what style of trader you are, or what you know, whatever you're doing with trading, you have to have some sort of risk management, because even though we're going to be showing you how to get the best entries, sniper entries on this strategy, it could still go into drawdown. So you don't want to say, oh, every entry is going to be a sniper entry, so I can just throw the house at every single trade, and then you find yourself in drawdown on a trade, and now you're afraid, or you're at margin call, whatever it is. So just don't go crazy with it, guys. If you can just follow instructions and just listen to what you're told, be coachable, be patient, this will benefit you. This will benefit you greatly. Okay. So the first round of trainings that we're going to do, we talked about next weekend. Okay. Next weekend, which is the 15th and the 16th. Okay. So next weekend, it would be those 2 days, and it would be in the morning. The first session would be in the morning, and then the next one will be the next day, potentially either in the morning as well or in the afternoon. So we kind of have to figure out, you know, what hours work best for everybody and things like that. We know people have church on Sundays, people have, you know, their kids are home from school and stuff like that. So we want to make it available to where you're going to be there to be able to pay attention, to take notes, and then come Monday, right? Because we do it Sunday. Come Sunday during the day, we do the session, and the second day of the strategy teaching or the training. That night, before the session is ended, everyone's gonna mark up their charts. Everyone's gonna have what they need to have on their pairs, you know, their time frames and stuff like that. Everything's gonna be marked up, and Monday morning, you're gonna be ready to go. Monday morning, you're gonna be ready to go, and you're gonna be executing your first few setups using the strategy, and that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be great, and we really are excited about it. We really cannot wait to see the results from you guys. I'm super excited about it because you guys know I love helping people. I love seeing you guys win. Nothing makes my heart smile more than seeing my people succeed, hitting TPs, you know, having big days. I'm like a kid at Christmas, you know, I love it. So I'm so excited about that. All right. So so for now, just drop questions that you have in there about it. But before we get into that, I will go over this US30 trade also, and also the AU setup as well. I didn't mark that one up, but I will mark it up in a second here. All right. So let's talk about yesterday's trade. You guys can ask the questions if you like. I'll just get to it secondly. All right. Have you guys figured out the price? 2,500. Okay. Is what it's gonna be for the 2 day. Okay. So US30 yesterday, guys. All right. US30 was doing all this stuff yesterday, this week, right? This week it was. Yeah, not too much, right? Look at all this wiki, right? But even though US30 was wiki, right, what was it doing? It was holding a level of support where price previously held at a level of resistance. Okay, and if we also pull it back further, right, look at all this. This is a very strong area right here. Super strong area. All right, because over here you'll see that we held a level of support. We broke resistance, we broke support, resistance, support, boom, 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 all the way to where we are now. Okay, Look at this big push, huge push out of this ranging area down here. Look at that fake out, right? Push, retested, and then finally pushed up bullish above this area. Price was holding this support, holding that support. The only reason why I was really looking for the buys separate from the strategy, right? Because again, guys, you guys have to still remember some level of knowledge of the markets. You can't just take the strategy and run off with it and not, have an idea of what the market is doing. You still have to be cognizant of your retest levels. You still have to be cognizant of the momentum candles and what direction that they're going in. And your strong support, resistance, supply, and demand levels. So all those things still matter with your trading. Okay, guys? So if you guys look at where US 30 was sitting here, you'll see that every time price tried to push down, we could never break this area of support. So we pushed up, we pushed up, we pushed up. So we know NFP is, well, in my opinion, NFP is not king anymore. Honestly, NFP used to be top dog, okay? And now it's looking like CPI is top dog now, because NFP, people used to be scared of NFP. It was like, oh my God, watch what does this, does that, da, 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 da. Okay? So now it's like, okay, I personally am not that scared. I was just talking to a friend yesterday. I was like, hey, I'm not even afraid of trading NFP like that no more, because NFP used to be crazy and bananas. And the last, like, I would say, from like November of last year up until now, NFP has not been crazy. It just hasn't. It's been like one direction, boom, boom, and that's it. So, you know what I mean? So I'm not that afraid to trade anymore. So anyway, if we go down, let's look at the 4-hour time frame here. We'll see that we made a high here, low. We held this area. Look at that pullback here. Huge pullback, and these are all the wicks, right? The wicks that we saw in the daily, these are all the wicks that we saw in the daily, and price was even holding this area right here. If we look here, you will see the price was still trending bullish, okay? The wicks were still trending bullish. The wicks are still very, very, very important, okay? So if you look at that here and you say, okay, we got news coming, obviously the markets move slow sometimes before news. So you have to be aware of that. Some people were like, hey, markets really ain't doing anything. Is NFP this? Is NFP that? Always, guys, if you don't know, markets oftentimes move super slow right before a massive news event is going to drop. So I kept that in mind. So anyway, let's swing down to the 5-minute, okay? If we look at the 5-minute here, the 5-minute time frame, nothing, right? Nothing was really happening. But look at how we started pushing up bullish here. Look at how the market started finally moving from that level of support. One second, guys. So so we'll see here how price just started pushing bullish right here. And when did this happen? Okay, this was at 3 o'clock in the morning. So what's 3 o'clock in the morning our EST time? That's going to be right before London session, right? So we know London session has a lot of volume that's coming in there, right? Has a lot of volume, and price started pumping. So most people would look at this and say, oh, now the move is coming. Now we're ready to push, right? Let's highlight this area right here. Okay, so most people will look at that and say, oh, the move is ready to happen here. We're ready to start pumping away. We started breaking, levels that we're holding here, right here, right? We broke this level here. And if you notice, price formed a level of resistance right here. We wicked out, and look what we did. We pushed down, back, tapping this area again, tapping this zone again. Okay, as you can see, where was my stop loss? My stop loss was right up under that area. Right under that area, because guys, everything that was holding above this area here, I was looking for the buy. There was no way I was looking for sells until price broke this zone, and I had not only a break but a strong engulfing break. Okay, a very strong break. That's the only thing that was going to tell me to look for sells. Other than that, I'm looking for the buys. Okay, so with the past memory that NFP hasn't been crazy lately, I'm thinking, well, I don't know if we're going to wick out, wick down, and then potentially wake up. We haven't done that in a long time. NFP used to do that. Doesn't quite do that anymore. So I just said, you know what did I do? I just placed a buy stop right above that area, just in case, because usually with news events, the market goes in the opposite direction it really wants to go in before it goes in the direction it really wants to go in. So I said, okay, if we were at a low and NFP is about to drop, guess what? It's probably going to wick out down, because if it really wants to go bullish, it's going to go bearish first, and then it's going to push. So that's why I had my buy stop. I didn't even have a sell stop because I really didn't see sell. If the sells played out, cool. I would have just missed out. But I was strong with the buys because why? Not only did my price action, my market structure add up, but it matched up as well with the strategy. So I said, you know what? That's two confirmations that I have using my own regular strategy and this new strategy. Both of them added up perfectly to look for the buy, even though news was coming out. Now with my regular strategy, I don't trade news on that. So normally I wouldn't, but because I have this added tool now that I can use as a backup to trade with, now I have an extra confluence that's telling me, hey, Charlene, you can take this trade with added confidence now, even though news is coming out, because now you have this extra confirmation. Went ahead, put the buy stop in there, even though the trade did go in a drawdown after it was activated, but obviously it's new, so it's going to fluctuate. The spreads widen, you know, it gets crazy sometimes. So you got to expect that, especially if you're trading news. But you can be confident to hold your position because you know that it's going to play out to a certain point. And obviously it did. I took it for a 1-to-1. I grabbed the 100 points and I literally hit take profit and I got out. And that was the end of that. Okay. And that was that, guys. And then my take profit area was right up here inside this rejection area, right around here, right? I wanted to see price tap up inside this area. Did I know it was going to hit there? No, but that's the area that I wanted to see price come to, because this is the last, like, your TP and your stop loss areas, guys, should always be above or below major exhaustion areas, major rejection zones. So you want your TP and your stop losses to be in an area where price has already shown some sort of action, some sort of reaction, and you want your price to be above that, right? So guess what? This is the area right here where price had some areas of rejection here. This was the highest it went before it came down. And as you can see, when price did come down here and it finally broke this zone, it retested that zone. So if you were to, like, let's say take a sell from this area, you'd want your stop loss to either be above here or right above the retest area, because that's the last area that price hit before it dropped. Okay, and then vice versa for your buys. If you're looking for buys, you look at what price did. It pushed up and it retested. Where did I have my stop loss? Right up under that retest area. Okay, so you still have to have some level of knowledge, guys, but at the same time, the strategy still gives you a level of assistance that you really don't, you wouldn't need on your own. Okay, so I hope all of you were able to understand that simple breakdown, and we caught that news push, and the TP was hit in 30 minutes, and this was at 9 o'clock, but this was the candle right here, and it literally hit. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And then on top of that, you don't even have to hold for the full move. I mean, if it's news and you feel some type of way and you're in a certain amount of profit and you don't want to risk it, take profit. Take profit before. You never know, or leave a runner. Close out your main position and then leave a smaller position, a runner, whatever it is. Okay, so that's that. Let me show you guys the AU setup that I caught. Let me look it up real quick. 1 second. This was, because this whole week, guys, using the strategy, I won all the trades that I took. I won all the trades on demo. They didn't take it live, all right, on demo, but I won all of the trades. Okay, so let's look at oh, the goal setup. Yeah, that one was nice. Let's look at the goal setup. That one was a good one. Let's see. So 2025.82. All right. So what day was that? This was 4/5. That was Wednesday. So let's go here. I'll get to the questions shortly, guys. So 4/5 was Wednesday. Boom. Wednesday, say here. And all right, cool. So boom. And then my entry was, let's see, and what did I take? Buys? Yes, I took buys. Entry was 2027, 22. And let's see, take profit was 2030. So profit was 2030. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's go down to the 30. Okay, so this was a trade I caught on Wednesday. All right, let's play this along here. Okay. All right, and this was, yeah, during New York session. Boom. All right, so let's look at this setup here. Let's move this along so you guys can see. So I took buys. Here on gold right around this area here. So I'm gonna move this over to here, right around there. Okay, so what do we see here, guys? What do we see here, right? So first off, I took a buy because what were we? Bullish, right? We were nice and bullish. We were holding a level of support right there. Let's make this a little darker. Okay, holding support, right? Bounce, 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 creating higher highs and higher lows. Price pushed down to this area here, still holding a level of support, right? Wicks, right? Look at the wick. Rejection, rejection, rejection. When we break, we're holding, right? So here, rejection, boom. All right. This is as simple as it is, guys. I'm telling you. Look at the markets like this, and I'm looking at it on the 30-minute time frame. I'm not even looking at it on 4-hour or the higher time frames. Okay. So price was bounce, 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 and finally we got a push. Now look at where my entry was. My entry was right above these highs. Now, using my regular strategy, unless I took entries from down here, I am not entering up here. I'm not, because guess what? What does that mean? That means the move has already taken off. So why would I look for a buy when the market's already at a high, right? If we look here, you'll see we're at a high right here, multiple rejections, and then a break back, holding a level of support, and then we pushed up. And then after that, the market melted after that, right? Cool, no problem, big deal, right? So market pushed up. This wasn't where my stop loss was, okay? I'm putting that here now. I don't even remember where my stop loss was, but it's always a 1-to-1, all right? 1-to-1, 1-to-2. So I caught 20, 40, 60, 80, almost 40 pips on this, almost 40 pips, okay? So this is where my entry was, around this area here at 2027. So 2027, which was right here. So let's go down to the 5-minute and let's see what could I have seen on the 5-minute. Oh, what do you know? Let's pull this across here. Now price pushed higher. Price pushed way up here. This is where I took profit, right? It's not a 1-to-1 because I caught 40 pips, so like that's like a 1-to-4 or something like that, right? I can promise you my stop loss was right around here. Okay, right around underneath this area here. Okay, if you guys look, these are our last highs on the 5-minute, right? Rejection, rejection, rejection. Price pushed down, pushed down, pushed down, and then we had this big engulfing push here at 8:15, right before market open. Market opens and pushes, and then guess what? Pull back, retesting the previous highs. Price came back retesting the previous highs, and then what did we have? Another break above the high of the 5-minute that was already created. Multiple rejections, retests at the last major area, and what did price do? Continue up. And even if, let's say I would have missed out on this move here, and let's say I would have waited on this candle to close, and price pushed off, it retested again. And what did it retest? The last high. These highs were retested here. This low here retested these highs. Look how many times it rejected this area before price dropped. And then what did it do after it dropped? Retested again. Retested this same area. This is why I say, guys, when you guys are looking to place your stop loss and your TPs at a certain area, you want it to be above your rejection areas. Because let's say you would have took, I don't know, let's say, okay, so this was a trade here, TP hit. Okay, let's take this off for a second. Let's say you missed out on the buys and you were looking for the sells. And let's say you took sells from down here. What if you had your stop loss here? This candle would have wicked you out. This candle would have wicked you out. You would have lost that trade. But if you would have placed your stops above the rejection area here, price would have teased you, teased you just a little bit, and then went down. Okay, so that's why your risk management has to be on point. Do not over leverage and go crazy, because if price does go in a certain amount of drawdown, you don't want to get scared and eventually, you know, close out the trade and lose it because you over leveraged or you went crazy with it. Okay, and then after that, price dropped, and then guess what? Everything above this area was looking for buys. Look at what price did. Not only did it break support, broke my trend line, but it broke the entire bullish structure and then went crazy for the sells. And even if you missed out on all this, guys, let's say you missed out on all this up here. Let's say you were like, oh man, you know what? Price is still sitting up here. I still want to look for the buys inside this area. I'm not comfortable looking for sells yet. Even if you waited for price to break your major support right here, price not only dropped, it retested again. It retested again, and then it dropped. Then it tested again, then it dropped. So if you're looking for a sell below this area, where should your stop loss be? Where should your stop loss be? Right above this area. Right above your area, and then go crazy. Everything below here is a selling market. Everything above is a buying market. Okay? And that's it. Now, this is some level of knowledge you have to have, which is why people that have my course and that know my style of trading are going to do excellent. If you're already my student, you are going to kill this strategy because you already have the knowledge of market structure, of price action, of everything I teach you on how to look at the markets. Now you're able to take that and couple it with the strategy, and you're going to go nuts. You're going to go crazy with it. Because as quickly as I just did this breakdown with you guys and I just looked at the market from this point of view, that's exactly how you guys are going to see it as well. That's how you're going to see it. Simple and point blank. And if I'm looking for a trade and we're all in the chat community with each other, this is the type of stuff I'm going to be talking about. Hey guys, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing price holding this area here. I'm looking for price to break this zone, and then that's where I'm looking to take my buy. This is where my stop loss is. If price doesn't do that, guess what? I'm looking for it to do this over here, break this area, and if it holds, hey, I might want to wait on the retest. So guess what, guys? I'm waiting on a retest. If I get my retest, I'm jumping in, and guess where I'm placing my stop loss? Right above my rejection area. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's it. That's it. All right, guys. And as you can see, guys, this trade that was won on the previous one, the TP was in the right spot. Even though I got out early, it's okay. I got out, hit my whatever, went further. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it, guys. And don't be greedy. Even if you take profit and you take your 1-to-1 and the trade keeps going, be okay with the 1-to-1. Don't get greedy and try to jump in, because now you're breaking rules, you're having FOMO, and you're doing stuff that, you know, we don't teach. Okay. Let's see. let's go with some of these questions here, and then we will wrap this up so I can get my holiday weekend started. Okay, so I'll say this, guys. Those of you that are cringing at the price, it's okay. Okay, the price is not, it's not for everybody. This is for the people that really want it, that really see the value in it. And it's okay. If you feel the price is too much, it's too high, that's completely fine. You can go on about what you've been doing and you will be fine. It's okay. Those who see the value in it, who like it, who trust me and trust what I say, that I'm doing something, it is what it is. Okay, it's not for everybody. We understand that. We understand that everybody's not out here driving a Rolls Royce. Many of us are driving Honda Civics. That's okay. That's what we got for now. Okay, what I will tell you is later on, when so many of you that saw the value and are winning and are doing well with the strategy and making money from it, those of you that are saying, oh my God, the price was so high, I can't do this, I can't do that, when you are ready to come on, I promise you the price will be double. It will be double, because you didn't see the value then. By the time you do see it, it will be way, way up there. And we don't care about that, because we know the value in what we're offering. I know that. I'm not trying to sell you guys a bill of goods. I'm not trying to sell you, a bag of crap and tell you it's gold inside this bag when I really know it's a bag of crap in here. That's not me. My reputation is on the line here. My credibility is on the line here. You guys know I don't put nonsense out there for you guys. I give you guys the sauce in everything I do. Look at my YouTube channel. I basically give you guys everything on YouTube for free almost, right? I show you guys stuff. I make myself available to you guys. Trust me, I don't need your 2,500. I make my own money off trading. I don't need it. But this is a business. This is a product that we're offering to you guys. If you can afford it and you trust it and you want to see what it is, to see if it will help you, then invest in it. If not, then that's fine also. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to call you this or call you that or say this or that. Everyone's circumstances are different. Everybody's opinions and mindsets are all different. We all are at a different levels in our lives, and it is what it is. I could go out and buy a $5,000 purse and you'll say, Charlene, you're crazy. Someone else can look at it and say, damn girl, that's a nice purse. There's always two kinds of people in this world. Okay? But at the end of the day, the one constant that we all have in common, we will always spend the money on something that we see the value in. Because it doesn't take money to make money. It takes value to make money. If you can offer me something of value, I will pay you for it. Doesn't mean you have to have money to give it to me. If you offer me something of value that I feel is valuable, I will pay for it. If I don't think it's valuable, I won't pay for it. It's either you need it or you want it. It's two differences. You either really need it, so you're going to pay for it, or you want it and you have the option to pay for it. That's it. And we're not gonna sit here and talk about price. I want to have questions about the actual strategy. I want to know how you guys feel about it. I want to know what you guys think of this. That's what that is. The price is not up for discussion. The price is the price, and that's what that is. Okay? So let's see here. The chat is going to be private, guys. Only going to be for the people who actually attend the training. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I know. Some of you guys caught that same move. Yes. Yes. This was a good week for some of you. I know it was. It was a good week for some of you. Seems like she's marking up the high and the low, still using market structure and break. Well, of course, the highs and the lows on all the time frames. Isn't that what I've been doing, guys? Come on. Can I please get a one-on-one with you? Just DM me on Instagram and we'll talk about it. I don't see any really good questions here, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. 500 pips a day. Oof. So I mean that's you guys are monsters out here. I took the same gold trade as well. Awesome, 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 awesome. Only in person? Nope, it's going to be online also. Does the strategy require you to enter with stop orders? It doesn't require that. No, no. I'm a manual trader, so I prefer to enter manually. You can have pending orders. You can have pending orders. I think you can have pending orders, but I think that sometimes with pending orders, you better know where your stop loss is going to be at. I think so. Yeah. Talk about the second phase. So the second phase of it is just a more advanced, a lot more to the strategy that's going to help you make a lot more money, basically. So the second phase is just you making more than what you would have made on the first. You can do just fine with just the first part. You don't need the second part. But if you want the second part, it's just a way for you to make even more money looking at the markets even more in depth. That's all that is. Will you still go live on YouTube? Who can't afford? Sometimes, yeah, I will be live. Yeah. The live sessions on YouTube, guys, it's not going to be an everyday thing. It's not going to be all day, every day, every month, kind of situation. It's only going to be, when I feel like it, basically. This week I will be. The rest of this month I will be going live for you guys. But other than that, don't think that it's going to be like for the rest of the year type stuff. It's not going to be that at all. And yeah, the second phase is the in-person one. It's required that you come in person. If you can't come in person, then you can't take it. Okay. It's going to be in person. And at that point, you guys will get a chance to meet my mystery mentor. Okay. In person and talk to him and see him, ask him questions and get to know him and show him how you've been doing with the first part of the teachings and all that good stuff. And it'll be just a more in-depth training on the strategy itself, on how to use it to make yourself even more money, basically, is what it is. So, and that will be in person. And the price for that, we haven't decided yet, but it's gonna be more than the first part. I'll tell you that much, because you're gonna make so much money with the first part that it won't be nothing for you to pay for the second part if you want it. So it's all depending on what you want. So we'll see. And those are gonna be exclusive as well. Second phase in person, which state and when? It'll be in Miami, Florida, because we're located in Florida, so that's where we'll be. Some people have asked us to travel, but we would need a decent amount of people to show up in a certain place for us to make it worth it for us to travel, to go to a different place. Someone that was in California was asking, hey, can you do the in-person in California? But we would need like a solid group of people that are in California that would attend, and then it would make it, feasible for us to go out there and do it. But other than that, I mean, Miami, Florida, you can't beat that. Great weather, great people, great surroundings, motivation everywhere. I mean, you can't beat that. Yeah. But I love traveling, so we'll see. Yeah. So basically, phase 1 is the basics, and phase 2 is advanced. I don't like to use the word basic when we're talking about this, because it's not just a basic thing here. What we're giving you is crazy information. So it's not basic. I would say it's just 2 parts of something. That's all it is. You don't have to have the second part, but the second part is, I wouldn't say it's more, super duper advanced to where you won't understand what the hell you're doing. It's just more tools. You know how we look at this as a tool? It's just another tool, an added tool to help you make more money. In other words, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. You're making more money on your money. That's what that is. Okay, so that's the second part. All right. What about people who work on the weekend? Will any of these sessions be on the weekdays? We can facilitate that. That's why I said, like, we're trying to work it out to see, because most people prefer weekends. The majority, yes, most people work, some people work during the weekends. We can try to facilitate it for you. Maybe we can get a small group of people that need it on like a Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday type deal. We'll make it work for those, because this is for you guys. We're not doing it for us. We already have it. We're already profitable. We're good. So we have to make ourselves available to you guys based on you guys. You guys are the ones that need it. So if you guys say to us, hey, weekend doesn't work, can you, do this? So we'll offer an opportunity for us to do it maybe on a, Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. And, if you work in the daytime, maybe you could do it in the evening time. If we have a decent, you know what I'm saying? So we'll make it flexible to where you guys can get it and understand it, and you can, have this thing and go off and running with it, basically. All right, guys, we'll do our best to help everybody out. Obviously, we can't please everybody. It's impossible. There's only 2 of us, and there's thousands of you guys. So obviously, we can't appease everyone, but we'll try to, help out as many of you as we can. All right. Will we be able to execute the strategy after part 1 while waiting for the? Of course. Yeah, you don't need the second part. You won't need the second part. It's if you want the second part. But with the first part, guys, you can take it and ride off into the sunset. Ride off into the sunset. Trust me. Okay. So, please keep another training next year for those who can't make it this year. Okay. When will phase 1 be available? The end of this week. So this coming Friday, because this entire week, guys, on my YouTube live sessions, I'm going to be only taking trades using the strategy to show you guys how it works and how profitable you will be with it. And after that, you guys are going to have a really good idea of it. And then you can decide then. And then Friday, we will open up an early access list, waiting list, if you want to call it, for those of you that are ready to sign up for the first one. And then this week, I'll actually drop dates for the first one as well to see which dates fit the most amount of people that are ready to go, that are ready to pay and go right now. So that's how it's going to go. So this week, just keep up with my YouTube and my Instagram stories. I will keep everybody updated on what we have coming out, and then we'll get the first group ready to go. And at that point, the group will be started, and I cannot wait to see how great all of you are doing with it, because I'm super excited about it. I really am. So this week, guys. All right. So just have yourselves ready by this Thursday, Friday. All right. And then the dates will also be dropped as well. All right. Please make an option for those overseas. Those overseas, guys, you can take advantage of the online option, but the in-person, you guys got to come to Florida. If you can't make it, then that's okay. You can't make it. All right. If you can't make it, you can't make it. Is the second phase carded for a scalp into intraday? No, you're still scalping. The strategy's scalping, guys. Scalping. If you're intraday swing trader, it's not for you. Okay, not for you. I know I said like 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just saying in terms of like catching more setups, but you're not you're catching more setups, but not bigger setups, if that makes sense. So I think I need to clarify that just a little bit. Is there a way to have a payment plan for the strategy? No, it's just one payment. You don't need a payment plan. Just put the money away yourself, and when you have it together, let us know. And if there's a class coming up, you can sign up for that one. That's it. Let's see here. Yeah, some people see it as investing in themselves. Some people see it as nothing. So it's okay. It's totally fine. You're not going to please everybody, guys. You're not going to make everybody happy. There's no guarantees in life. You can't please everybody. So what are you going to do? You know? Hey, Charlene, not sure if you said this before, but when will the second part be held? We don't have dates for that yet. We're trying to get the first round of stuff done for the online version, and then we'll go from that. How long do you normally hold a trade for? You should be in your trade no more than maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes max. Max. Most of your TPs, guys, will be getting hit in 5, 10, 15 minutes. If you're trading in a high volume session. Those of you that are going to try this strategy out with, Asian slow sessions, it's going to be a while. If it even works, it's going to be a while. But we just don't recommend it, guys. Don't recommend it, please. It's best to use during New York and London, guys. Send the payment link now. It'll be out soon. Oh, and the payment, guys, will only be accepted via crypto. So it's only going to be via Bitcoin. Those of you that are stateside in the US, it's going to be offered through Zelle, and we'll make Cash App available, but we prefer Bitcoin all the way through. And once you have that, you'll be entered into the actual confirmed list, and then you'll have access to everything at that point. But other than that, that's the only options we're offering at this point in time. Can you use it to pass? Yeah, you can use it to pass challenges for sure. Yeah, we talked about that. Realistically, anyone who can afford a funded account has the ability to make the capital needed to afford the price. Yeah, if they're profitable on their account. If they're not profitable, then, then it's going to be hard. The point of this, guys, is to invest to make more, guys, to make more money. Why do we all trade? We trade to make money. You're investing in your accounts. You're investing in courses. You're investing in mentorships. Why do you invest in those things? Because you're trying to make more back. If you drop, $300 in your trading account, you're not trying to lose it. You're trying to make more on your $300. So it's the same thing. You're trying to make more money on your money. So you can't look at the price as, oh, it's so much money. You're forgetting the big picture here. You're using that investment to make you more money in the long run. That's why you people invest, guys. If you open up a restaurant or you buy a real estate building, are you going to make your money back right away? No, no one does. It usually takes time. Even if you make your money back fast, it doesn't happen overnight. You're investing into something to make you a larger return later. If you open up a restaurant, you're going to be kicking out a bunch of money before you see a return on your investment. If you open up a car dealership, you got to have the cars there before you can actually sell it and see a return on that car, guys. So guys got to stop looking at, forget trading, forget the 2,500, forget any of that. Let's talk about investing by itself, guys. You cannot look at investing your money in things as a get rich quick. You can't look at it and say that. You can't. It's never that easy. Even if you hit the lotto tomorrow, you had to buy the ticket and wait for the numbers to come out. You didn't just buy the ticket and look at your thing and say, oh, I'm a winner. I made my money in 2.5 seconds. No, you had to wait. You invested $1 in a scratch off ticket to try to make $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you guys just look at it the wrong way. Trading itself is not a get rich quick. If you think that's what it is, that's not what it is going to be. You're looking to find a consistent level of profitability. That's all you're looking for, to be consistent. Even if you pay for this and you're only making 200 a week, 200 a day even, I don't know, 3,000 a month, whatever it is, you're looking to be consistent. That's the end goal. That's the end result that you should be looking for. That's it. Okay, there's no magic key, there's no magic wish, there's no nothing. You're still human. This is not a robot that's doing this for you. You still have to, like I said, you still have to have some knowledge. Don't come into this and say, oh, I paid my money, now I better be making money overnight just at the snap of my fingers. You still have to put in the work. You still have to get up. You still have to find the setups. You still have to actually be willing to be patient, to use proper risk management. It's still a level of skill and responsibility that you have on these charts, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and sell you guys a dream, sell you guys a fantasy, and tell you all your hopes and wishes are gonna come true. You never have to worry about this and that again. No. This is still life. There's still circumstances out of our control. There's a lot here that you guys have to understand. We're all adults. There's no kids on this live stream. We're all grown people with bills, responsibilities, with kids, with jobs, with all types of stuff going on. Understand that aspect of it, guys. What we're providing you guys here is an opportunity. Either you want it or you don't. It's not for everybody. But I can tell you right now, myself, I was profitable with my own strategy, doing my own thing. And someone showed me an easier way of looking at the markets, an added tool that can add to my tool belt that can help me out down the line. Why not look at it? You understand? That's all I'm trying to tell you guys here. Okay. So I'm going to answer these last few questions and then I'm going to take off here. Any other questions or comments, you guys can hit me up on Instagram. You mentioned this strategy doesn't call for top-down analysis. What time frame does it work best with? You'll find out when you get into the first class. Charlene's about to get millions. Yeah, on these charts. I'll tell you right now. People buy what they want. Yes, they do. They do. Trading is not completely passive. You still have to learn the skill. Exactly. It's levels. Yep. Yes. I usually open 3 positions at a time, but sometimes it feels like I'm risking too much. If it feels that way, then you are. If you feel like you're risking too much, then you probably are. So just open up 1 position or one other tinier position, make it small. But if you feel like you're risking too much, then you probably are. So we live in an age of instant gratification. You can't do that with investing. No, you can't. You can't. You need the knowledge to be profitable, and having a mentor is a shortcut. Exactly. Always be a student, guys. Always be teachable. Okay. If I was stubborn and this and that, I would have never found out about this, and I would have just, I would have still been okay trading my own way. But if you can find an easier way, why not? Are all the basics of FX trading in your first course? Yes and no. What do you mean by basics? Because my course is good for beginners, but I mean, it depends on what you mean by that. If you're a fresh new trader, go to Baby Pips. Go to babypips.com and study that. Okay. When did you think it was okay to quit your 9-to-5? When I had multiple streams of income. And that's the other thing too, guys. This is to also teach you guys that take the money you make from trading and invest it. Invest it in other things that are going to make you more money. Invest it in other things. Real estate, businesses, stocks, options, insurance policies, all these things that can bring you more money. We're going to be having some great conversations in this group. And this group of the people that become a part of this, we're going to be having some great conversations. You guys are going to be learning a lot about financial literacy because my mentor, guys, he's not just a trader. He's an investor as well. He owns real estate properties. He's all over. He has knowledge in Amazon Marketplace, real estate. Like, guys, you don't just have your finger on one thing. Multiple things, guys. Multiple things. Multiple streams is where it's at. Okay? It's not just a strategy you guys are paying for. You guys are paying for life mentorship as well on all types of stuff. Okay? Would you be providing it fully virtual later on down the line? The first part is going to be via Zoom. The second part is in person. That's it. That's how it's always going to be. First part Zoom, second part in person. That's what it's going to be going all the way through. Wendy, I started a transportation company. Love it. Congratulations, girl. That's where it's at. And people will always need transportation. So you're going to be in the money always. Love it. Congratulations. Charlene, would you ever do a YouTube video or a course on other investments? I know you have the Airbnb course, but anything else? Yeah. I'm going to be doing a YouTube on my other businesses as well to give you guys an idea of all the other stuff that I do outside of trading. I get that question all the time, so I'll do a video. I'll do a couple. I'll do a day in the life, this and that. I'll show you guys some stuff that I do. Are you going to be at the FX Summit in June? Yes, I will. Talk about the advantages of the LLC. Torn between feeling like I'm confident opening 3 because the strategy has helped me pass 3 FTMO trials in a row, but I don't know what's mentally stressed. Okay. I don't know what to tell you then. If you're stressed out about your trading, you're doing something wrong, whether you're profitable or not. Is it separate, but only the people that went through the strategy can? Yeah, you can't get in the community if you didn't, because we're going to be talking about the strategy in there. So if you don't know the strategy, then you can't be in the group. You're only going to have access to the group if you paid for the strategy. If you didn't, you're not going to have access. It's not open to any and everybody. And it's not a signal group, guys. It's not. No one's going to be in there dropping signals. We're just going to be talking about chart works, looking at what we're looking at. And this is what I'm looking at, guys. And then my next post will be TP hit, TP smacked, TP smacked. That's what it's going to be. And I'll be back on the charts the next day, guys. See y'all later. Y'all have a good one. That's it. And more than likely, everybody in there pretty much caught the same move because we're all looking for the same thing. So, hi Charlene, I love your teaching, but I have an issue with the entry on the lower time frame. Can you help me briefly before you end the session? I cannot, because that's the detailed information there. I would recommend you watch some of my YouTube videos, rewatch this video after the end of it. I have a lot of information on YouTube, or just get my course. That's it. It's the best thing I can tell you. Entries is not a black and white thing. It depends on a lot of factors. All right, I'm gonna put this guy on timeout because he keeps on asking the same thing about LLC. Thanks for doing a live today. I'm even more motivated about the markets. Yes, TP smacked every day. This is so exciting. It is super exciting. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this session. We went over time just a little bit here, but that's okay. I will see you guys Monday morning. All right, Monday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'll be showing you guys, I'll be taking my setups off of the strategy, and that's going to be that. We're going to be opening up registration this Thursday into Friday, and then we're going to be ready to go. I will drop the first 2 dates on my Instagram story, either probably Wednesday of next week or Thursday of next week, and after that we'll get it going for the first one. All right, guys, so guys, thank you guys for being on with me. I won't take any more of your Saturday morning. This was awesome today. You guys be good, enjoy your Easter holiday, be safe, and I will see you guys Monday morning. You guys be good, and I'll catch you guys later. It's your favorite female trader, Charlene FX, and I'm out. Peace and love.